Hello, my name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Monday, September 25th, 2023. I have returned from Iceland. I'm back from this 2-week-long journey, and as expected, I do have lots of things to talk about. So, as usual, I will do a special sequence of coffee break episodes that will purely focus on the coverage of my experiences made during this 2-week-long journey to Iceland. The episodes will be released on a daily basis so that I do have the chance to talk about my experiences while they are still fresh in my mind. You can expect things like waterfalls, snow, glaciers, volcanoes, springs with hot, boiling water. But also, you can expect things like flat tire, ABS malfunction, loss of braking fluid, and other fun things. In this case, I am quite sure the next few episodes will be kinda entertaining and hopefully also kinda interesting. Let's do this. Let's talk about my last 2 weeks. But first, I have to take care of my little friend. Yes, I'm talking about you. The cat. The cat is hungry and I know what the cat desires. Fresh salmon. Cat, here's your favorite fish. Okay, it starts to purr, that's perfect. So I can step outside, make sure that the park is in order, and then do some fishing, I guess. Because this is quite relaxing. It's somewhat related to Iceland. And it gives me the perfect opportunity to talk about all those experiences. In addition, I need some more XP so that I can enchant my axe and my shovel. Yeah, let's do this. So, the journey began on Sunday, September 10th, 2023. Things were quite relaxed. I got up as usual, did my normal workout in the morning, packed the last few things. I couldn't pack before because, I still needed my toothbrush, for instance. So these things had to wait for the very last moment. And then I head off to the train station. Took the train to Frankfurt Airport. I needed to find a way from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2. They offer a bus shuttle, which on the one hand is super cool, but on the other hand, I feel for the number of people that are passing through Frankfurt, they should offer some more buses to keep up or to increase a little bit of the frequency. Ooh. But that's beside the point. I made it in time. I got rid of my luggage. It worked pretty well with the backpack bag. I was talking so much before the journey. So this thing is really awesome. I could fit in my entire huge trekking backpack and protected from the journey, because otherwise there would have been all the straps hanging around. And they might get entangled in something and the entire backpack wouldn't be protected. So I found it really cool to have discovered this backpack bag. I used it for the very first time. It worked flawlessly. It was really, really a great thing. Also, it had a cover, a flap on the back that you can open and close with a zipper. So for flight mode, or basically travel mode, you just put in all the straps and things that are hanging out of your backpack in there, close the cover, and everything is nice and tidy. And when you want to walk with this thing, you can just open that cover, pull out your straps, and put the backpack on your shoulders. So this is perfect. This tool was really amazing. And yeah, so flight was good. Flight was nice. Spent the time watching some movies and looking out of the window. It was fantastic because it was, yeah, the flight also was fantastic because I got a seat at the emergency exit, which is especially cool for tall people like me, as I could just stretch out my legs throughout the entire flight. I was not limited by the existence of a seat right in front of me. That was cool. That was really nice. And yeah, so the flight was cool. Currently, there is a 2-hour time difference between Germany and Iceland. So although the flight was 3 hours 20, 3 hours 30 or something like that, the time that passed was only 1 hour 30 or so. So in this case, time-wise, I haven't lost so much time for the flight out, which is cool because this gave us then some good time to first pick up the luggage again. Then I was getting kind of hungry because we arrived at 4 p.m. local time or something like that, which equals 6 p.m. German time, which equals my usual dinner time. So I was kind of hungry. I managed to find a nice place at the airport where they offered some pizza slices. They were delicious. They were really delicious. So I was satisfied then. After I got this food, we proceeded to the car rental service. I can't. At first, car rental service was great, but as you might guess, with what I already previewed with, well, flat tire and especially loss of braking fluid and in general broken brakes, I can't really recommend that car rental service. I mean, they need really to ramp up their game to get interesting again. But yeah, picked up that car. The first issue with the car already started at the car rental service because on the one hand, the tank of the car was only half full, so we had to get one of the service guys refuel the car, as normally you are supposed to return the car fully fueled. If this person had said we could also do this, I mean, we could also bring back the car only with half full of gas. But in the end, this could have resulted in some complications like, hey, why is the car only half full and not everyone knows about it and yada, yada, yada. So person had to refuel the car. And there was also what I was surprised about. The tire pressure indicator warning was on. And I mean, the car rental guy just meant, yeah, this will stop over time. It never stopped. It did not even do anything as we had the flat tire later on. But that's beside the point. So yeah, it was interesting. And yeah, then we moved on. We started the journey. Our first goal was West Iceland. Basically, instead of normally, when you go to Iceland for the very first time, you are interested in seeing most of it. There's a road, the main ring road, that goes, as the name suggests, all around Iceland. So when you just drive on the road number 1, the ring road, you see most of Iceland except for the highlands. This is what most people do. So they drive several kilometers per day, see a few places, and yeah, in the end they have completed the full circle. Since we've been to Iceland a couple times already, we were more focusing on specific spots and taking it a little bit more slow. And in this case, we stayed at places for 3 to 4 days and then continued on. There were two places, or rather 3 places, where we just stayed one night because of the longer distances and the advantage of having a good night's sleep and not being required to press on until we reach to the next point. And so yeah, this case, on our way to West Iceland, we made the first stop midway. Stayed in a very nice hotel. I missed the dinner. The others enjoyed dinner. But, well, we as we got to that place, they said the restaurant is currently full and they are fully booked. The first free table would be available at 9 p.m. local time, which would have resulted or equalized in 11 p.m. my internal time, my biological time. So I already was tired as we arrived at the hotel, and then thinking, okay, I get dinner that late, and it will be even more late when I get to bed finally. So I opted to just say, okay, I had my pizza slices. That's fine. So I went to bed somewhat early. I had a very good night's sleep and was enjoying a very, very nice morning the next day. Sun was shining and I went on my very first run on Iceland. This was so great. The first run on Iceland, sunshine, seeing the sunrise. So super cool. I also got a sneak peek of basically all the various surfaces they can experience in Iceland, of some gravel and some tarmac, basically everything. So this was cool. It was very cool. This Enderman is becoming somewhat of a mascot, I guess. After a very good breakfast, we then continued on our way to West Iceland. But first we made a stop at a very cool hot spring area. This is the part with the hot spring where we are really boiling water comes to the US. This is so hot boiling. It's really crazy how tall the I mean, it's not a geyser, but it's still it's boiling hot, and it's really quite high how much it bubbles. So this is always a sight. This is a fantastic sight. They use this geothermal activity also for heating some greenhouses, or lots of greenhouses. So Iceland produces lots of vegetables in greenhouses that are purely powered by geothermal energy, which I find super cool. The vegetables are also really delicious, so that's really amazing what they do. They also, of course, use it for recreational activities, so spa-like environments, which is kind of nice. And yeah, this hot spring area, they built a new spa place with somewhat of a nice hot pot swimming pool-like situation outdoors, where you can then enjoy the scenery. Enjoy the scenery while lying in hot geothermal water. So this was cool to see. Then we continued on to a different area that has a super wide cliff gorge-like situation. A normal river, a normal stream run through there, but from the sides, from the cliffs, there are plenty waterfalls, little waterfalls that come out of the cliff. This is due to the fact that the gorge in which the river flows is in the middle of an old lava field, and the lava field itself is acting a little bit like a filter. So rain falls down, rain falls on the lava field. Since the lava is not a solid rock, but has lots of holes and openings and so on, the water is being filtered by the lava itself until it hits some more solid ground, and then it flows underneath the old lava field until it gets back to the surface. And it gets back to the surface right where the stream is located. And this looks super beautiful when you have this white gorge, and from the side of the gorge lots of water is running into that stream. So this looks really beautiful. This was also a highlight one has to experience and to see. So yeah, this was a great start. Nice weather, beautiful weather. Makes it even more interesting when seeing these waterfalls being illuminated by sunlight. We took our time. We really took our time there to walk around, to enjoy the scenery, take pictures or videos in my case. So cool, very cool. After a quick break for some soup, cake, coffee, whatever we wanted at the local cafe, at the local waterfall cafe, or however you want to call it, we then proceeded on to West Iceland, to our place where we wanted to stay for the next 4 days. This place is pretty cool. They offer cabins as well as, well, it's somewhat of a apartment-like situation or so. It's basically a longish, elongated building, and there are 5-6 apartments in there next to each other, with a fantastic view out to the sea. Each apartment had their very own hot tub, so you could just sit outside, watch the sea, watch the sunset, northern light, whatever you want to watch while being outside. And yeah, it was super cool. This marks the end of the first day of Monday, September 11th. The next day, I did my usual run in the morning. I noticed, hey, okay, I'm definitely on Iceland now, because Iceland is always having some strong wind, some wind. And in the way how the road was located and oriented, I had one direction tailwind and one direction headwind, and the headwind segment was really, really demanding. But it felt good. It was nice to run Iceland, to run this beautiful scenery, to and enjoy the landscape, enjoy the nature. So it was really a great start. Really great start into the morning, starting with a run at sunrise. After breakfast, we proceeded on to a waterfall. I mean, we had so many waterfalls. Iceland has too many waterfalls. You always see, oh, there's yet another waterfall. But yeah, we continue on to a cool-looking waterfall. You could get up quite high to basically where the waterfall hits the ground and then transitions into the stream. We were just standing a little bit more down at the stream to enjoy the sight. I mean, it would have been easy to climb up there. Would have maybe taken 15 to 20 minutes at maximum. But I did not felt like it was not speaking to me that I have to get up there. Normally, a mountain speaks to me like, hey, I definitely have to get up there, but this was not the case for this waterfall. It might have been interesting because there was some columnar basalt, which always looks cool around the waterfall, but I think being then up close wouldn't have made so much of a difference. But who knows, maybe I should have climbed up there, but at this day I did not feel like it. Still, was nice to see that waterfall. After having enjoyed it for long enough, we continue on. We took a quick stop at a church, at a black church. This is kind of cool to have a church completely painted in black. Looked cool. Was nice for taking some pictures before continuing on to the start or the trailhead of a small little hike along the coastline. Unfortunately, it was raining, so this was not as much fun as it could have been. Oh, bye. I leave you. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately, rain. That was not so much fun, but it's still interesting to walk along the coastline to see the cool cliffs, how the waves have over thousands of years or so shaped the lava stone into different structures, how some holes in the cliffs have evolved. And overall, this is super cool to see this black stone, this black lava, the white waves, and then particular structures like holes in the cliffs and so on, where water run through. So this was super cool to see, super nice to explore. At the turning point of that trail, there's a coffee where it's basically almost like a, I guess, tradition recommendation that you have to stay there for a short time, enjoy some good cake and coffee with what we did, and was very good. Was very good indeed. Okay. Oh no, I hear an Enderman. This is not good. This is never good when I hear an Enderman. But yeah, we stayed a little bit at the cafe, and then we began our way back to the trailhead. There are some more. The area is quite interesting because there are also some very big holes and some arches where you can stand on, and then you can see the water underneath you from the distance, which results in some interesting photo opportunities. on our way back home to our accommodation, we also made a quick stop at a very, very narrow gorge. This was awesome. There's basically a stream running through a super narrow gorge. You first have to walk almost inside of the stream, squeeze yourself around the corner and into somewhat of an opening, but at most parts the gorge is, I don't know, 1 meter wide, 1.5 meters wide, and in the middle runs the stream. So this was really like an adventure, climbing in there, being inside of the earth, so to say. You could look up, and at the sky, when you really look up, you saw the sky, but otherwise you were completely surrounded by rock. It was a great thing. It was super cool to be in there, and it was also very cool to get there, because you had to climb around corners and through the water and so on. So this was fun. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, after I completed the expedition into this gorge, we drove back to the accommodation. It was already early evening. Enjoyed a little bit the rest of the sunshine we had. And yeah, we had a relaxed evening. So this marks the end of the second day, Tuesday, September 12th. Man, I think I need lots of episodes to complete the coverage of everything. Maybe I need to speed up things tomorrow. So, and yeah, in this case, I think we will see us again tomorrow when we continue with the next day, with the Wednesday, September 13th. This will be, yeah, there will be also some adventure. And yeah, in this case, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you're looking forward to the rest of this sequence. Until next time, my name is Sebbi. See you!